Hey, everybody, I'm Mike.
I'm Bob.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Reed.
Yes.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. Welcome to the Canadian Assassin version of Whiskey Wednesday. We have former guest, designer Reed Mascola back on the show. Reed, it is great to see you again.
Yeah, likewise. Great to be here.
Yeah.
Reed, I think the last time we had you on, did we do space games? Am I remembering that right?
Do space games, yeah. Because I remember listing off some space games. I don't know if that was the theme, but there were a lot of space games on my list. That's what I remember.
I mean, that is a Reed thing, though, right? Like, oh, space games. Let's go.
Absolutely.
I think it was space games.
Has everyone recovered and survived the tragedy that was the Bad Bunny Super Bowl halftime Super Bowl thing? Because so many people were affected negatively by that positive portrayal of.
I experienced a little culture
of American culture. It's pretty rough, dude. It's pretty rough.
I decided to watch both so I could intelligently tell you if one was better than the other. And the Bad Bunny show was vastly superior to the pop country snooze-a-thon.
And I only watched the real one so that I could keep my intelligence intact.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's whatever. Yeah. I think I real quick, I will say this. I was kind of talking to a friend of the show, Wayne, about this a little bit on Facebook, is like, what people don't understand is that, like, whether or not you like Bad Bunny doesn't matter. Right now, he's the biggest pop artist in the world, like, hands down. Just won a crap ton of Grammys. I don't follow him or, like, you know, really care that much one way or the other. I mean, I'm happy for him, right? But it's like, it's not something that I worry about all the time. But the NFL is a gigantic corporation, guys, and they're trying to expand their product worldwide. So to do that, you need to, like, show that you appeal to cultures outside of the United States because you're trying to get them in. Or they just are trying to lose money by being super woke and, like, alienating a bunch of their fan base. I don't know. It's one or the other. I can't really figure out which one. I'm sure it's not the money. What?
Yeah. Nothing. Go ahead.
So I'll make. I don't like country music. Like, there's a very small niche from, like, the 80s and 90s. It's pretty good, but, like, modern country, in my opinion, is not even listenable, and it's a non-negotiable. Like, it's just really, really bad. Conversely, I love dance music. So when, like, some of those beats and those songs, I was getting into it. Second confession, I have loaded up my Spotify and listened to Bad Bunny more than once since Sunday. So,
you know what?
Mike's falling for the propaganda.
I did watch some of the TP Pussy, whatever, however you're supposed to pronounce that, halftime show that I understood the same amount of words Kid Rock was saying as I did what Bad Bunny was saying, which equates to zero. But I'm really glad that other people had that option, so that they can
I did kind of like open up somebody's eyes as I was talking, because I know that he's a big Pearl Jam fan. I'm like, look, dude. I'm like, if you're saying you don't like Bad Bunny because you can't understand what he's saying, but you can sit there and listen to Eddie Vedder and not understand a word he's saying. Come on. Come on. If you don't like Latina music, that's fine. Just say that. But don't say your excuse is you can't understand what he's saying.
Right.
All right. So I want to correct the record, by the way. So the first time we had Reed on Whiskey Wednesday, May 10th of 2023, that was top 5 space-themed games. But the last time we had Reed on, it was top 5 games with creatures in it, because you were working on Rune Beast at the time. But now you've got a different game on Kickstarter right now, which is why we got you back. So we should probably talk about that.
And it launched yesterday, right?
It did, yeah.
And it's called Frankenstein is Alive. Wait a minute.
Wow.
Wait, that's the alternate game That's the non-woke game that Bob just launched
What?
today
I
to
thought that
counter
was the
your
one where
launch.
he's playing
With my
Fortnite.
game.
It's
Thanks,
fun playing
Bob.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Somebody want to tell him?
Yeah.
All right, Reed, let's hear about it.
Yeah. So, Dracula's Dead. This is my third game that's getting released. It is a auction game. Some of you may have played Catnip Auction House, which was my first auction game that was published.
Love it.
This one is, I would say, vastly different, where Catnip Auction Houses can support up to 10 people. Very, very simple rules. This one here is still, it's still a light auction game, so it plays in like 20, 30 minutes. But there's hidden information, deduction, kind of asymmetric player powers. So you're effectively a vampire socialite moving around Dracula's mansion because Dracula's died, and you're bidding on his old belongings, and you're using your powers. You're collecting kind of cards which represent your desire for certain items and trying to win those items.
So it's a vampire estate sale.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And you might have played, I think Mike definitely played an earlier version of this called Wax Museum Fire Sale. Which
I think you, and in fact, I think you called it Wax Museum Liquidation.
Yes.
Ooh, I do kind of like the wordplay there. That's pretty fun. But it doesn't matter. I am always excited when you've got a game coming out because I've enjoyed your games that I have played so far. So,
thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I'm working with Lime Green Games. This is actually their third Kickstarter, and yeah, it's just been a great collaboration. We've been working together to kind of further develop the abilities, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Reed, this has obviously come a really long way since I saw it, but I'm seeing a lot of the same core mechanics with the face down bidding and bidding different rooms to get different rewards. Yeah, so obviously quite a bit has changed since then.
Now, can I pitch the sequel to this game real quick? It is called Dracula is Undead, and one player plays as Dracula, the other players play as the people who went through and bought all his stuff, and he is getting it back. So you need to defend yourself, but you don't know when Dracula is going to attack you and like come back and steal his painting or whatever else that you took from him wrongly, just because he was having a nap. That's
it sounds like an OJ story or something.
Well, allegedly.
This might be your foray into game design, Tim. We might have to collaborate on this.
There we go. There we go. I'm just going to pitch like shittier versions of my friends' games back to them.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a good question, and I'll add a follow-up. How'd you come up with the theme? How does the theme impact the mechanics? And did this publisher, my follow-up question would be, did the publisher impact how that theme changed during development?
Yeah.
And what's crazy is it wasn't Carlos that asked this question.
I know, right? I was like, is that Carlos?
Okay, sorry, Reed. Please continue.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's a great question. So I went through a few different themes with this. I think effectively, so I started with basically you're struggling filmmakers and big movie studios closed down, and you're going in and you're trying to buy these giant props from these movies in this film studio. And then I went to the Wax Museum Fire Sale, and the publisher actually chose the Dracula theme. So we bounced kind of back and forth off each other, tossed a few ideas out there to see kind of what would really work with this theme. So the game itself, I would say, came first. But then we had the theme, and then we started building kind of the asymmetric player powers to fit thematically within the game.
So did you have to change many mechanics or anything with like to accommodate the theme, or was that pretty easy to do and came sort of organically through the development?
Yeah, so the core game actually worked really well with the theme. So there were things that we kind of tweaked. For instance, we got a sabotage token. So as you go around the mansion placing your bids, all your bids are face down, and your opponents are trying to figure out what bids you placed in what room, kind of for what item. And one of your bids is a sabotage, and the sabotage token removes one of your highest, or I guess the highest opposing bid in the room. And the way the sabotage token worked changed from when, for instance, Mike played this to where it's at now. And now instead, I would say sabotage isn't as punishing, but it still has a huge impact. So we had little tweaks here and there. And then the abilities, of course, all changed. And then we also added room abilities, which weren't originally in it. And we have a basic version of the room abilities. And then we've got a more advanced version of the room abilities that impact the game in different ways.
And unique powers for each character as well.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing a lot more that was on here before. That's awesome.
And I don't think you've seen the coffins. If you want to scroll up a little bit, that's 100% the publisher.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
It's a way you can kind of hide your available bidding tokens from your opponents. So we went back and forth a lot on that, and he came up with this, which is
very cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
And maybe Dracula wakes up from his nap and one of those coffins opens. I don't know.
So, Reed, I got a different question for you. So your first game, Vigilante, you self-published, and now this is your second game that's being published by a different publishing company. Your first one, Catnip, was through James and Tin Robot. How different is the process between self-publishing and having someone else do it, and which do you prefer now?
Yeah, I think actually I'll start with which I prefer, which I actually do prefer designing and working with the publisher versus publishing it myself, just because of the amount of time it takes to publish and manufacture it, market it, get kind of partners on board and organize that, make sure that everything's getting out to backers on time, and building those retail connections. It's a lot of work. And ideally work that you do if that's kind of your full-time gig.
Right.
That said, do you think you'll still try and self-publish Rune Beast, or have you done a switch on that?
Yeah, no, I'm sold on self-publishing Rune Beast. So actually, cool. It's funny you mentioned that, because I sent the files to the manufacturer to get my first proper pre-production.
Nice.
So everything's done. Rulebook, art, graphic design. There's going to be some fun foil cards. I've got some promo packs that I'm printing that I can give away at conventions as well. Nice. With some exclusive cards in them. So, yeah, so Rune Beast, I'm also just very eager to get that going. I slowed down a little bit because of the tariff uncertainty, and
sure,
I just decided, you know what, that uncertainty is not going to go away for a while, so let's just get this done.
Not for about 3 more years.
Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. Yeah, I love. I mean, it's really cool to see where this is now compared to when I saw it Origins in 2024, and it was literally ink on paper.
I actually brought it.
Yes.
For that.
Hell yeah.
That's way more than what I saw.
Yeah, I spent time on this one. This one's the nice one.
That's the
That's
fancy
great.
one. Get out the fancy board, Ethel.
Yeah, that's in Sharpie.
Company's coming
even.
over.
No, it's really cool to see the process from like start to finish at this point, because even ink on paper, it was still an enjoyable game. So I'm glad to see that this has come to life. And in fact, I remember you said it had already gotten signed at that Origins too. So obviously you don't need a fancy prototype. You just need a good game design to get signed, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I would say I got lucky with this too, because I didn't pitch it. It was just again, Travis was playtesting it and was like, I want to talk about this more. And we kind of spent the next few evenings just chatting about it.
Nice.
How can we make this work for 2 players? How can we address this issue? And yeah, I got the contract like a week later. So
Awesome.
That is really, really cool. And it's always exciting for us when we get to see our friends succeed, you know, and keep putting out stuff. So obviously we will be here cheerleading from the sidelines. Hopefully we get you a little bump in the backer count.
Appreciate that.
At least a follow. Give the man a follow. Come on, that costs nothing. That costs nothing.
Right?
It's just a little click.
Just a little click.
Yes,
and give this video a like too. I know
yes.
Yeah. Get on that.
Yeah, and of course, if you're interested in the Kickstarter, I do have the link in the description. But this also now makes your second bidding game, hence our topic tonight, because we played Catnip Auction House at Origins 2023 with tons of cute cats with fun names and cool abilities. What is it with you and bidding games?
I don't know. That's a great question.
What's the deal with you in bidding games? Come on, Reed.
I do enjoy a good bidding game. But you know what? It was funny. I was working on this this top 5 list, and I had a hard time because there's a few bidding games that I absolutely love and I'll play all the time. But I haven't played, I wouldn't say I've played like a wide amount of them that I've really enjoyed.
Nice. That's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love this mechanic, and I feel like there's not enough of these games. And so, well, we'll get into the rhyme and the reason of the list here in a bit. So, what else? So, yeah, the other one too, just for folks that don't know, is Vigilante, your first published game, which I still have a great story from that game with James and Kevin from Arcane Wonders. That was such a fun play. That's just like a story that I'll never forget, when I realized I have the opportunity to take down one of the other guys, and I'm like, Reed, over here for a second, because I'm Reed is like taking me to the side and giving me hints, and he like gives me this eye, and I'm like, oh, he wants to talk. I know I got this right. I'm gonna win this game right here. That was that story. That's kind of one I'll never forget.
Yeah, this is still. I think this was the game that I designed that was perfect for me, and I really, I mean, yeah. So there's still a few stores that have it online. I actually only did a short print run, so I only printed 500 of them. But they're if you Google it, you'll probably see a few stores that still have it in stock.
Gotcha.
Man, I think I took for granted how rare that was. I'm like, oh, I've got Vigilante. I love it. It's great.
I'll definitely be coming back to it, but I think Rune Beasts might have a little bit more pull just because of the kind of it's light art creatures. So I kind of want to
focus on that.
Yeah, and then go back to Vigilante after that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I love Vigilante. I mean, I love all of my games equally. All the ones that have made it this far. Some of the ones that didn't make it that far, maybe I don't love so much. But
that's why they're not here yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Steph, this might be a little harder to get in the Asian markets, especially given the size of the print run Reed mentioned. So,
There were a
but
few that
great
popped up
question.
in the Philippines. I remember seeing some listings
Wow.
for them, depending on where you are.
Nice. Very cool.
Speaking of bidding, if you've got a project coming up, or you've got a convention, or you need a website, let our buddy over at Lawhorn Design bid for your contract, because he makes some great stuff. Mike, roll it.
Get your games noticed with help from Lawhorn Design. Eye-catching backdrops, banners, table covers, signage, and much, much more. All shipped directly to you or your next big show. Fast, reliable rush orders are always available to keep you prepared and professional. Contact Lawhorn Design today for all your creative marketing, branding, website, and event display needs.
Great segue, Bob.
Sir?
So also, since we haven't had Reed on the show since then, for those that were not aware, when Bob and I in 2024, that was the year we all went to QSCon, and we had our week-long QSCon road trip that started by going into Ontario, and we went to, as we've mentioned, Tracy boards, and we bought our Crokinole boards directly from Jeremy himself. We also went into downtown Toronto, and Reed was generous enough to have us over to play some games, showed us the town. We did an escape room that night, and even pointed us towards some really good Greek food as well. So this is the man behind the name who showed us around Toronto for a bit. So
yeah,
that was such a great trip. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, it was great to have you guys over. I mean, I'm in the just east end of Greek town in Toronto, and we've got like 30 Greek restaurants in walking distance. I think you rolled that clip right as potentially one of the funniest moments happened that maybe the viewers missed, which was me opening the door because my cat was scratching at the door. The door pulling the cord of my ring light, and my ring light knocking over my Whiskey Wednesday drink.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So I'm too late to ask what it is. Is there any left?
There's none left. It was a white freezy, which technically is not whiskey, but it's a nice drink. And I'll
a nice drink.
One later.
Well, in retrospect, what was your Whiskey Wednesday drink?
It's a white freezy. So it's Sprite, banana liqueur, and raspberry liqueur.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's really good. It gets its name because it tastes like a white freezy.
What is a white freezy?
Yeah, I don't know what that is either, but
you know, like Mr. Freeze or like
a snow cone type of.
Yeah, but like maybe do you guys have this in the US? I don't know.
Yeah, they're like in like the plastic tube things. You cut the ends. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I got you.
Yeah.
These uncultured swine I work with.
I grew up poor. I wasn't rich like Bob's family was.
Yeah, he couldn't afford frozen water.
That's right. not with the flavor.
Not with the flavor, just the yellow flavor.
Yeah. Okay. You find it in the alley.
Oh, good God. Okay.
What
are us before we get on to this topic? What are us simpletons drinking?
Oh, I'm still drinking that Evan Williams right off the bottom of just 6 inches up from the bottom of the shelf.
I'm trying to finish off my little bottle of Makers here. So
I knew Tim would still be working on that bottom shelf Evan Williams, so I went with middle shelf Evan Williams, the single barrel. I will say for typically $30, this is like one of the best bottles you can buy for $30. I love this stuff. Anywho. So bidding games. What criteria did you guys have?
it had to have bidding in it.
Yeah.
That's a good criteria. Bob.
I had to like it.
Yeah.
What up, Wayne?
Tracks.
Mm-hmm. It's consistent with my list as well. Yeah.
I always like to look at BGG and see what it classifies. And I'm looking in the B's, like, where's bidding? Well, it's not betting and bluffing. That isn't it. It's not bids as wagers. I checked that and I got things that didn't make sense. It's auction/bidding.
Bids as wagers.
Yeah, but when you do that, you get like 1,000 versions of Monopoly.
So requires you to place a bid, usually monetary, on items in an auction of goods in order to enhance your position in the game. These goods allow, this is really long, I won't read the whole thing. These goods allow players future actions or improve a position. Taking bids until a winner is established. Duh.
And to answer Donnie's question, no, not all of mine use money to bid.
Yeah, usually monetary. Either.
Yeah. So what I decided to do was I did not pick just standard auction games. I picked all games that have a different method of bidding. So none of mine have repeat styles of bids.
Aren't you a fancy pants?
I love this mechanic. It's truly one of my favorites. So for context, I spent 9 years working on an auto auction, but that was just sort of that just happened by happenstance. When I was a kid, I played this Milton Bradley game called Masterpiece, which was roll. Yeah, Matt, right. I played it so much as a kid. It was the one I always wanted to play. I just had this thing for like buying something low and selling it for more later. That was just a thing I always loved. And having that auction with my mom and dad, I was an only. So there's just 3 of us gaming. Explains a lot. I know. Shut up. Yeah, I love this mechanic. I like seeing people squirm when you've outbid them or you've bid to a point where they're uncomfortable with what they have to pay to match you. Or outbid you. And I just love the player interaction. Everybody is involved with an auction, unless you don't have any money. So, huge fan of this mechanic. And I just wanted to represent it with a bunch of different styles of bidding. So,
I think mine kind of fit that as well, Mike. I think all of the different bidding mechanisms in my top 5 are all completely different from one another.
Nice.
And I also love Masterpiece, and I was the one that always wanted to play it, and no one wanted to play it with me. And I used to love sticking people with the was it the priceless or whichever one was worth nothing.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And now we know why people didn't want to play with Reed.
It's true.
Okay, this is the version I remember is this one. Reed, did you have the same one?
That's my version. It's right over there.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I think my parents took all of our games from when I was a kid, except for like a select few, and dropped them off at Goodwill, unfortunately. But I remember this board vividly.
Yeah, my mom asked me before she got rid of it if I wanted it, thankfully. So I was like, yes, I do.
Yeah, it was. She asked me probably 15 years before I got this heavy into the hobby. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
So I'm bringing this to Origins, right?
Oh, shit.
That means you're going to Origins, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. I just put my time in for Origins and got approved. So
Nice. We will have a full squad this year unless Tim is about to surprise me.
No, I've already requested it off. I requested that off January, whatever 2nd, the first day I was back for work of the new year. I'm like, I got that and Gen Con already requested off. I'm trying to see if I can get to Gamma.
Nice.
Good. Mike's already been working on the meme, so he wanted to make sure he wasn't wasting his time.
By now, I might be reusing some. We've switched to Bob memes, by the way. So
yeah, great.
It was by fan request, Bob.
Ooh.
All right.
For first,
Couch Mike. Couch Mike
requested it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Mike's like, I must abide by the fans.
Yeah.
The dude
Give the people what they want.
Which is that we get into this topic. So as usual, we'll start with Bob and his number 5.
My number 5, I actually just traded one of my copies away because I do have 2 copies of this game. I had 2 copies of this game, and I wanted a game that was out of print. And I'm talking about Ra.
Yes.
I knew this would make someone's list.
Yeah, so Ra is super cool. You're pulling these tiles out and adding to this auction, or you're in turn invoking Ra and beginning an auction, and you are doing this bidding with your sun chips. And not only are you bidding on what tiles are out there, but there's another bidding chip in there, and so you're going to be replacing the bidding chip that you have with the one in the center there. So it's just a really interesting. That's a gorgeous edition that the 25th Century came out with. Ian O'Toole art and all the wooden bits,
all the fixins,
the fancy score-keeping metal pieces and whatnot. But yeah, this is Ra, super cool. I totally recommend playing it, and one of my favorite bidding games.
Well,
Nice.
I've got enough to not have crossover. So I had Raw written down, obviously, because I think it's great and I love it and it's really fun. So I will just do one that, like, bidding is just one of a couple of mechanics in this game, but it is important. And that is, in Comic Hunters, there is a round where you are bidding and you are spending like your secret stash currency to do that. So not money. I haven't used money yet, but Comic Hunters is a great game with all different kinds of drafting, and the points that you do not bid are points at the end of the game. But it might be crucial to use them because you might be able to get better things for your collection. So it's yet another way to add to your collection in a just fantastic drafting game. So Comic Hunters, and if you didn't know, it is you're collecting comic books, and it's just got like great card art because it's all these old comic book covers, or even not that old for me. I guess they're from like the early 2000s and back to like the 60s and 70s. But yeah, man, good stuff.
I love this game. I mean, I'm so glad they finally published this in English.
Yeah.
I've got actually shout out to George and Ken, who do a lot of 3D printing and crafting, and they hooked me up with actually this 3D insert that you see on the screen there.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I think the production quality was really bad.
Yes.
But the game is amazing.
You can't let that get in the way. And I will say that the game is affordable enough, that it's fine. It's not like you paid $60 for a game where the card quality is really terrible.
Tiny chits that you can,
Yeah.
But I would pay $60 if it was.
I sleeved mine immediately. But I also do have a Brazilian copy with English directions printed out.
Tim, stop telling people about your Brazilian.
Hey, everybody wants to know. Said nobody ever.
That the carpet matches the drapes?
Yeah, well, you got to have drapes to have a carpet.
Hardwood.
Anyway.
I thought we left the wax portion of the
show.
With
Back to the wax liquidation.
Oh, no.
Reed, like,
why is that viewer count going down?
Yeah, it's just falling faster than a halftime Super Bowl show. Because I'm offended. I love all the people that said they were not going to watch are like, worst Super Bowl show ever. And it's like, whoa, did you watch it or did you not watch it? I'm confused. I guess it just rotted their brain so hard that they forgot they watched it. That must be it. Anyways.
See.
You got to quiz them. You got to be like, who are the guest stars?
That's right. There's some good ones.
There's some good ones. Shall I go next?
Yes, please.
Because I have a Rossover.
I love it.
Yeah, so Raw also on my list. I think actually Comic Hunters would have been number 5. The production quality was better, but because the production quality of Raw is like next level, it's just so much fun to play, and like just the everyone just like getting ready for Raw to come out.
Rah.
Incredible.
Yeah, agreed. It's so good.
Terrible.
He's the one that said it. I just
What's wrong?
put it
What?
into action. The Rossover. Love it.
Oh, the Rossover. Yeah, it was good. I thought when he said that it was going to be mine. I'm just kidding.
All right. So again, these aren't necessarily my favorite bidding games, but I thought it would be more fun to represent different styles of bidding. And this is, I can't think of other games where you use, well, okay. I can't think of one now. This is a game where you use your workers as a bid, and there's no turn order. It's whoever bid the most workers gets to go first and choose where they're going to put them in Dungeon Pets. This is an old favorite of mine. This is Vlada before Codenames, when the dungeon games were his thing, and I loved this game back in the day. And I just thought that mechanism was so clever in a worker placement game, because you've basically just got a screen and you are going to divvy up your groups of workers. And so I don't remember how many exactly you have. It's been a minute since I played it. Let's say 6. And you say, all right, I'm going to put a group of 3, a group of 2, and then a group of 1. Once everybody has grouped up their imps, you reveal, and whoever has the largest group gets to go first, and you send that whole group to one of the worker placement spots. And you continue going in order of the largest group of imps. And that bidding mechanism, I still really haven't really seen that represented in a whole lot of worker placement games. I know Keyflower does something kind of similar, but it's not exactly like this. And I haven't talked about this game in a while. I think it's one of the more thematic worker placement games, because you're literally sending these imps out and you're grabbing up food that you're going to need for your pets, and then you're going to buy a pet, and then you're going to put it in a cage over here, and you've got to be able to take care of your imp or your pet. You got to be able to feed it. You got to be able to clean up its poop, or it's going to get like bacterial infections and start growing like arms off of their head because it's living in its own poop. And so it's hilarious. It's not a game where you're like, you go back and go, oh, I scored this many points. It's a game that actually tells a little bit of a story, because you remember that one game where you bought the pets because you bid more than me, and then I couldn't afford the leftover pets. So I took all the food you needed to make your pets survive, and then they died in their cage because you couldn't feed them. It's just one of the more thematic worker placement games I've played, and I still think this bidding mechanism is very, very unique.
I don't know, Mike, a little too much glee in that killing somebody else's pets.
Well, it was a legitimate story that I still remember from how long ago? I mean,
I just would hate that to change your name to Christy Nome.
Over but it's just a great game. It's way ahead of its time. Good.
I don't know why I'm so saucy tonight. I apologize.
I enjoy Saucy Tim.
But thank
Saucy
you,
Tim.
Saucy Jack.
Tim in the sauce.
Tim in the sauces. Okay. Well, on that note, let's move on to number 4.
My number 4, I grew up playing this game. We still play it every single Christmas and or Thanksgiving. I go to visit my family. My brother-in-law and I have a standing challenge against my parents in Pinochle. This is like an old classic card game. There's different variations. We play the 2 double-deck version of Pinochle. But you are bidding to name Trump. And then once you've named Trump, you have to make sure you make your bid. It combines meld, where different like sets of cards or runs or things like that are worth a certain amount of points. Plus, as you're playing out all the tricks, certain cards are worth points. Once you add those two sets of points together, if you do not meet your bid, you go backwards. But yeah, this is just a classic. It was at 1864. Great, googly moogly. Wow. Yeah, I think this is kind of a more regional. Out here, they play euchre, but out east, we play pinochle. So
you didn't consider any trick-taking games where you bid for how many tricks you would take.
Yeah, it's bidding.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think of that either, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
BGG agrees with you.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks.
I don't really care that much about that. Yeah, I considered it. I tried to stay away from it just because I don't know, because it's cheap and I want to make Bob feel bad about his choice. But no, well, I know it won't work. No. He's immune. But no. Okay, so my number 4, I'm gonna just go with Wine Cellar. I think Wine Cellar is, you're bidding on, what bottles you want, and you're also using those bids to seed what bottles are going to be up in the next round. It's really unique. It's really interesting. Still not using money. I hadn't thought about this until whoever had asked, about the using money as what you're bidding. I mean, we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. But I just love this design, this aspect. Like it's just really unique. It's similar to another game which I will talk about later, but it is different enough that I can always have both in my collection and happily play either one.
Wow. Yeah.
I left it as a honorable mention because I Sharpied Tim in as mentioning this one. I do love it though.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. I knew I wouldn't get any pushback on it, but
it is a great game. Very elegant. It's like its theme.
I think Dracula's Dead was my last creative idea because we have a crossover. I also have Wine Cellar as my number 4.
So good.
Even on the same number, which is wild.
Great minds think alike, Reed. We got the same hairstylist. We've got, great taste in games.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember Andrew showed this to us. We had a big group. It was just a ton of fun. Like the kind of the push and pull of like when do you play kind of your low number, when do you play the high number, and it's just simple and fun and cool theme.
Yeah. I always say what is true. It checks a lot of boxes for me. I like games that'll play high player counts, but are strategic. Like, sure, I love party games and social deduction games. It's much harder to find strategic games that support 6 through 8 and to do it well. And the fact that this is just one of those games, every time I break this out, I got to play it 2 or 3 times every single time. And that's just the mark of a great game. That's why it checks a lot of boxes for me. Yeah, it's really, really good. Tim and I both had it in our top 100 if anybody's been watching that. So.
That's true. Also, yet another 25th century game right now.
Yeah.
And actually both of mine are 25th century games so far.
Dun, dun, dun.
Definitely put out some bangers.
Man. Oh,
not a sponsor, but could be.
This video is sponsored by 20th Century Games.
Anytime they want, I'll wear an Atlanta Braves hat if that's what it takes.
Send it to Chad.
Yeah, I know. We need to get Chad on this show.
We really do, actually.
It would be fun. Yeah. Okay, so this is just a game that isn't like any other bidding game I have ever played because you can bid whatever you want, any number. It's queuing.
Now you're into the money.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've played this, but I don't care. There is nothing like QE. So ultimately, you are basically like the treasury for a country chosen at random, or pick the ones you want. And you are going to be putting tiles out and trying to collect sets. And you're going to bid on those tiles and you can bid any number you want. Because QE is quantitative easing. You're just printing money to stimulate your economy, just like the Federal Reserve. So you can put any number, and then in secret, you give it to the auctioneer. Whoever has the highest bid wins the tile. So when you're done, you're going to take all the tiles and you're going to score them up based on the different countries that are on them, the numbers that are on them. There's different types, which is a different set, whether it's financial, all these different types here. And you're going to get points based off how diversified you are, how many different sets you've got of different countries, and whoever has the highest score wins. Except if you bid the most money, you bankrupted your country and you lose automatically. So, yeah, you could just put 33 trillion down every time, but you're probably going to lose. And what I love about this game is how unpredictable it is. It'll start in like the 10,000s or maybe the 30,000s, or maybe it'll start at 50, depending on the group. And then next thing you know, people are building like 10 million within 2 rounds. They're like, I'm sick of not getting tiles. I've got to get something. And they bid like 20 times what the last bid was. Now, this game does offer the opportunity to sneak a peek at the winning bid once per game, which can be very useful. But I just don't know any other game like this. It can be very chaotic, but it's just also a lot of fun.
Yeah, QE is great.
I had QE on my list. It is getting replaced, but good golly, QE could have easily been my number one, because I know this game bothers some people because they need more guardrails. They need more definitive stuff. I just love the madness of QE because it's not that long of a game anyways, so.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling Tim would put this on this list, but again, all of mine are different mechanics of bidding, and this one stands on its own as the only game I know where you can literally write any number you want, and that's what makes it awesome.
I kind of like that a meta forms around this game. Like the more times you play it, it's like,
oh yeah,
start getting different ideas of like, oh, what are the other people bidding?
Yeah,
and like you said, Mike, it's like it goes from maybe 10,000 to like 2 billion.
Oh, dude, I love it when it's like, I bid 25,000. How did I not win? And then later on, you find out what the winning bid was. You're like, holy shit! I wasn't even in the like. I was at the wrong auction because there's no way.
Wow. Apparently, I've never seen this before. Apparently, one person was so desperate to get a tile that they bid an entire mouthful of sea cucumber ejecta.
Oh.
So there's that. I don't know if they won the tile, but I appreciate the creativity.
I mean, look.
You know what? At that
way to win.
You deserve to win the tile.
Yeah, I think you just get it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No, that's a great idea.
Is it?
Well, it might be. All right. So we're going to move on to half an ejecta of a sea cucumber, aka number 3.
My number 3, you are bidding in this game by taking your buildings and placing them around. And if you place a higher bid than the person before you, they got to pull theirs off. I'm talking about Skyrise. Don't ever tell me that's yours, Reed.
No, this was my number 1, Bob.
Yeah.
No, Skyrise is super cool. What's that?
Is it a 25th century game?
It's not.
No.
Roxley.
Yeah, no, it's not
It is Roxley, yep. But they did a great job with the bougie version of this. The buildings have like numbers on the bottom of them, and you're placing them out upside down so people can see what the bid is. And you either got to place out a building worth more, or you pass. And whenever it comes back around to you, you'll flip your building over. And it's kind of like some area control going on there. And you're trying to get this whole set collection stuff. But you got to be careful with your set collection, because if you collect too many, then the points start to become worth less. which is super interesting. That's like right there. I think once you get 3, it's the sweet spot. But if you get 4, the number goes down.
That's a cool hat.
That is a cool hat. I got the same hat.
I want to bid on hats.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so like for each one of those little tiles, so they become worth more. But if you get too many, it goes back down again. So, but it's a super cool game. It's real pretty, and it's not like a lot of the other bidding games that I've seen or played. So that's why it stood out to me.
It is nothing like any other bidding game I've played. I mean, you were bidding for territory control ultimately. And the different colors of territories also have set collecting. This game is excellent. I love this game. I will just say we are up to number 30 in our top 100 of all time, and I still haven't talked about it.
It means it's 101. Oh,
yes. I am a huge fan. It was my number 1 for this list. I'll replace it. It's great.
Are you guys bringing it to Origins?
Gladly,
mean,
like
We can.
This
they
is
should.
healthy.
I'd love to play it.
You should.
Done.
Okay.
It looks really cool.
Mike, put it on
so
the list.
good. It's done.
You got a Google spreadsheet for that?
Not yet, but I bring it everywhere. I brought it to PoppyCon. I bring it all the time, and it never gets played, unfortunately. But we'll change that.
Yeah.
Well, you're at only PoppyCon for 1 day, so our chances are limited.
Oh, sick
Fair.
burn.
Yeah, migraine burn.
All right. So my number 3, I think everybody here loves this game, so I can proudly put Coaster Park as my number 3. You're bidding on sections of roller coaster that you're going to roll a marble down that don't work. Just kidding. This game sucks.
I was gonna say. I saw that on there and I was like, "Oh
What?
gosh, yeah, I know."
Oh, this game's terrible.
God.
Oh, it's so bad. Coaster Park. I
Roller
just wanted
Coaster
to-
Rush, isn't it?
That's the new second edition.
That's the second edition of it. Yeah, Roller Coaster
Trash.
Rush, Coaster Park is still bad.
You know what? I'm just gonna throw this out there. So, in Coaster Park, Dice Tower did a review of that game, and you can see Tom trying to roll the marble down the cardboard roller coaster, and it keeps falling apart. So the marble is sliding into the middle and not actually going over the roller coaster. And then in his final thoughts, his first comment was, "I love the components." I'll never forget that. I can't.
Wow.
I can't.
This is a paid review.
Yeah. Anyway, go on.
No, you're good. You're good. Well, right on the tail of Wine Cellar, I do have to just be true to myself. I love For Sale.
Yeah.
I think For Sale is great. It is a similar theme and vibe to Wine Cellar,
Very much.
which is not an accident. That's fine. Unfortunately for me, everybody else prefers Wine Cellar, which I think is great, but I still love For Sale. But yeah, I mean, there's room for both in my collection. They do different things a little bit different ways. I think For Sale is like slightly easier to explain to newer gamers that like don't want to have to think too much, because in Wine Cellar, and it's not a dig, but in Wine Cellar, you want to be aware of like how you're going to line them up, and you need to keep in mind the tags, and you know what I mean? Like there's a couple of things you really want to pay attention to, where For Sale, you can just slap them cards down or throw them bids out, and just kind of see what happens.
Well, and one of the things to appreciate about this is that there's 2 different types of bidding. There's 2 totally different phases.
Yeah,
Where the first one is a standard auction. The first person who passes takes back half of their money rounded up, and then the lowest property, the highest bidder, of course, takes the highest property. Once you've got 7 properties, then you're selecting them blind and revealing them for the money, and the money is how you win the game. I love that it's 2 totally different types of bidding in one game.
It's kind of like, so For Sale, right? The cards you're using to bid then become the cards you're bidding on, which is really unique and interesting. And in For Sale, the money that you are using to buy the cards, then those cards become what you're using to bid on the dollar amounts. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So it's exactly what you said. They both put a really fun twist on it, and both are fantastic games. Just go get both of them. I love For Sale.
I've said it before. I'll just say it again. I really want to try Autorama because you get variable player powers.
Oh yeah. I would like to try that too. Yep.
Yeah, me too. We're car guys. I think we should play this.
Yeah, I've almost bought this a few times. It's Eagle Griffin, and it just adds a few tweaks to the for sale. But yeah, much more fun theme for sure.
Yeah, it looks like Wayne agrees with for sale as well.
Yeah, I think Wayne and I have similar tastes.
Yeah, look at the 30. This thing flies. And there's a DeLorean. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
It needs to be restored a little bit, but it's cool.
You just got to take the cocaine out of the side panels and you're fine.
How are you going to go back in time then?
I don't even think I've gone this far into it, but so now I'm just curious. If you take a consultant, you receive $1,000 from the player to your right. If you offer the lowest valued vehicle, take the second lowest valued check. Yeah, there's some fun stuff in this one for sure. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm interested. So so for my number 3 is the sequel to Coaster Park, Coaster Box, aka Skull.
Oh, nice Coaster Box. I like what you did there. I finally got a copy of Skull, but I haven't played it yet. So tell me about it.
Yeah.
So Skull is it's bidding and bluffing. Essentially, each player has 4 coasters. 3 of them have flowers on them. One of them's got a skull on it, and everybody has to put a coaster down. And then in player order, you either add another coaster or you start the bid. The bid is how many flowers you think you can reveal without revealing a skull. And if you reveal all the flowers, you get a point. You only need 2 points to win. You get your second point, you win. But if you don't you hit a skull, you lose one of your coasters permanently. So there's a little bit of like an elimination mechanism if you run out of all 4, but the games are quick enough that you don't really feel it.
Oh, sure.
It is.
I actually brought this. I just went to Mexico in January, and I brought this because I'm like, this is a quick game. I didn't even realize, stupid me, like this is Mexican art. So I brought it up like, I see skull everywhere. What is going on?
You sweet summer child.
Do love the art style on the skulls for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one is fun.
Quick to teach, quick to play.
Nice.
And if you need somewhere to put your drink other than on your floor, it's a good option.
Really?
There you
go. Yeah. Just as good as having a cat. All right. So I gotta do a swap here. So I got an honorable mention making the list because Skyrise was truly my number 1. I think it's great. So I'll talk about another older game that has another unique bidding mechanism, and it's Stockpile. So Stockpile is actually a stock holding game because you're bidding for stocks and you're going to hold them for the rest of the game. And you've got some insider information about whether it's going to go up or go down. And so if it's going down, you'll have opportunities to sell your stock. But the way that you bid on the stocks is very clever. One other game I know of does this called Amun-Ra, or Amun-Re, excuse me. That's another Reiner Knizia game, who is maybe the bidding mechanic master, and I'll have one of his later. But what's cool about this one is that your bids are determined by the board. So in this one, for example, here, you could bid 0 and maybe you'll get lucky and nobody outbids you on this set of stocks here. But if they do, the next bid is like 1 and then 3 and then 6 and then 10. So these bids are set in stone. You don't get to determine your bids. They go up very differently depending on which stockpile of stocks you're actually going for. And so it creates some interesting decisions when you're sitting at 6 and then all of a sudden the bid, if somebody wants to, they could bid 15. And so those like locked in, very different sort of numbers on the bid just makes this one, again, only like one other game that I've seen. And meanwhile, those stocks that you've bid for are going up and down in price. And I just love economic games. I like buying low, selling high, all the way back to Masterpiece, like we talked about. And this does that with the bidding in a very unique way that I've seen from other games. This game also has a really great app, a mobile app, and it has AI that you can play against. So playing it one player is actually pretty fun.
Nice.
Opponents with 4 fingers.
It's got some really fun, like there's some modules you can add that has like famous, it tweaks the name of famous investors.
Nice.
So yeah, it's got kind of that vibe too. And they all have like their own special player powers where like you get a discount or, yeah, it's really clever. I think Stockpile's a great game. It's been around for 10 years now, which is crazy.
Awesome.
All right, we are on to our number 2.
My number 2 is super unique. We did a review on this, and it's finally getting ready to ship this reprint of Moneymaker. You get to bid against your friends to acquire different companies, and you get to do that with their money and credit if you've got it.
Oh,
and then sometimes that money and credit comes due and they gotta pay. But this was
my
really
God.
unique. You never really thought, I never thought at least that a game where you are taking somebody else's debt and buying other things with it. And then all of a sudden now, they want the debt for lumber. Hey, remember that debt you sold me that I sold to somebody else? You got to go pay them now because they want their money.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm real excited. They just got some shipping notifications. So this should be showing up at my house sometime in the next month or so.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very excited to play this one again.
Yeah, this was on my list, but I had a feeling it might be on Bob's, so I'm just gonna dodge some crossover. But this game is so worthy of being mentioned multiple times.
Yeah.
It is so worthy. It's so good. I love this game. We were all really impressed by this game, and it is an education, man.
It really is, because like you see like those outside spots are much bigger. And they have multiple commodities listed in them. And then like the better your credit gets and whatnot, the further in you get. So the chances of your credit being called out get less and less as, it's more individualized. But if your credit sucks and you're on the outside, well, no matter who comes knocking, you're paying.
You're paying, baby.
Yeah, and then like I said, you have other people's debt that you can like buy and sell and trade and bid with and everything else, and
you know what? I'm gonna pay that with Bob's debt. What? No, it's so good. It is so good. I freaking love this game. It's amazing.
I remember when you guys previewed this, and I did not get a chance to. And when you guys were done, you said, "This is a Mike game." I've just been dying to play this ever since.
I mean, I still have the prototype, but anyways, it's great. It's great. Bob's almost got the real one, so we'll be real close. Yeah. Cannot wait. That's gonna go to front of the line to do content for it when we get that bad boy.
I got a drink about missing out on this one.
That's fair. Go for it. All right. My number 2 is similar to a game that Reed kind of described earlier. I got to talk about Nightmare Productions. Yeah. It is the reprint of Hollywood Blockbuster. That's what it was. This is the Trick or Treat Studios version. But it's horror movies and monsters. You're bidding on what kind of script you're going to get and the setting and what monster is headlining your movie, and you're putting together these movies, and then they even have awards for like the best movie and the worst movies. I I'm a movie dude. I'm a horror dude. Like, so you have all of these things I love all combined and rolled into one game that is really fun and really cool. So Nightmare Productions was a very easy number 2 for me.
Yeah, I did enjoy this one. The theme definitely makes it stand out. It is pretty much like standard auction. Highest
It
bidder
is.
gets the tile.
Yeah, for me, the theme is what really makes it. You know, like I love the idea, the theme, and the way you're putting together those movies with the theme, and with those auction. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't reinvent the wheel or anything. I mean, but it does what I need it to do.
But the original came out a long time ago.
Oh, it's a classic.
Yeah, this number is based off Hollywood Blockbuster release, which is 2000.
I do have that version as well. I just haven't played it yet.
I figured we would have more than one Knizia game on the list, and I don't think we're done either. That's number
Probably
2.
not.
We're not.
Well, yeah, that theme looks really cool. Going on maybe the horror theme, my number 2, Big Top.
Oh, I gotta play this. My
I
copy's
haven't played
unplayed.
this.
It's from All Play. So maybe, I don't know if it's intentionally horror. Those are creepy clowns like everywhere.
I
It's
mean,
the Micho art is what does
Bob
it.
is basically a juggalo, so he
Right.
is, if anything, he's extra engaged,
Awesome.
maybe inappropriately engaged by the art.
Yeah.
So
This is some really well
So,
done Micho
I'm thirsty
art.
for
Go on.
Fago now. I don't know what it is.
right,
So what Big Top does well is you are bidding on these performers, some creepy clowns, all sorts of stuff. And it's situation, highest bid wins. You use coins to bid. But the interesting thing about it is that you have these things that you've bid on and you've won that are in front of you, and they have these little numbers on them, like you see there. And that represents a bid. So if I bid 3 with that card in front of me, I get to put one of my coins on it. If I complete all 4 of those things, I get to score it. But if I don't get to score it. So it actually incentivizes bidding weird numbers, or getting the lead and being able to start with a 1, for instance. So it creates really interesting situations. And then there's certain cards that have stars in the upper right corner. That one doesn't. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the player with the least amount of stars, or I think maybe no stars, doesn't score at all. So you are incentivized to go big on certain cards.
Nice.
Yeah,
I bought this. I want to say it Origins 2024, and I still have not cracked this open. I've read the rule book and just haven't gotten it played. I am very happy to hear an endorsement for this one.
there you go.
Yeah, it's great. If you can get, I mean, and maybe it's a selling feature, but if you get over the artwork, it's a great game.
I think the artwork's cool. I sort of like this creepy clown vibe. I don't love all versions of the Micho art, but I love it for this theme. I really do.
I think it's extra creepy, which is actually, and I think it's to the point where it's actually kind of funny and enjoyable. Because if it was like almost creepy, I don't know if I would enjoy it as much.
Like, it's got to be full creep or not
clowns?
no creep.
Are you usually creeped out by clowns?
I'm not usually,
Okay.
but this art, I think, I find extra creepy.
Sure.
It's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy in a good way. I think I agree with that. Kind of like Tim.
Yeah, thanks. I'll take it in a good way. No take backs. You said in a good way. That's all I heard.
Yeah.
All right. So time for my Knizia bidding game. This will be the oldest game on the list, I think. Originally came out in 1992.
Did you not
And
see
I'm
mine that
talking
came
about
out in 1864? But anyways, go ahead.
Second oldest.
Or-
Second oldest.
some cheating.
Masterpiece. So it's now the third oldest.
Your third oldest. Third
Let's trample on Mike's
Modern
pick some
art.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
oldest. So modern.
Modern art is my number 2. Modern
Jeez.
art has been reprinted a few times. There's even a version by Simon with a wooden gavel that you can use. And it is I think the closest thing to Masterpiece that you're going to find, actually. Reed, have you played this one?
I haven't, but I've heard that about Art Society. So I'm not sure if you can compare the two, but I've heard
Or High Society?
or High Society, maybe.
High Society, another Knizia bidding game.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So this one you're literally bidding on different versions of art. And man, that's not even the version that I've played. But every version of art, so you've got art by different types of artists or different names of artists, and you're set collecting. The more of that artist gets sold and bought during that round, the higher the price is for that artist. So if Van Gogh art is purchased the most during that round, every Van Gogh painting that you own is going to be worth more points by the end of the round. But what's interesting about this one is that there are multiple different types of auctions that you're going to perform. You're going to have a hand of paintings, you're going to play one, and then you are using the icon in the top left corner to determine what type of auction is this. And I think that's what's cool. This is not just one mechanic of auction, it's like 4 mechanics of auction. It has open auctions. That's where everyone bids until they want to pass your standard type of auction. It has one offer auctions. You just got one offer clockwise. And so if Bob bids 10 and then Tim bids 12, Bob's out. You only get that one offer. And highest offer wins, of course. You've got the hidden auction. Put a certain amount of money in your hand, and whoever's got the most wins. And then there are double auction cards. And when you play a double auction, you then have to follow it up with a second card. You're going to bid on both cards, but the second card determines the type of auction that there is. So technically, there's 3 types of auctions, and the fourth is just that you're bidding on 2 different cards instead of one. I just love all the different types of bidding being crammed into one type of game. I love how set collecting matters in this game because you have the cards in your hand, so you get to determine which cards are going to be worth more money because the more of them that are bought, the more they're worth. And I just think it combines a ton of mechanics that are way before their time. And this game is a absolute classic for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's real art in these games. Yeah, there's so many different versions of this. There's this one, and you've got these are all real paintings. Every version of this game has real paintings in it, which I think is awesome. But yeah, there is a Simon version that has a wooden gavel as well.
That sounds pretty rad. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So
That sounds
yeah. Yeah, so I love the combination of things going on in this game, and it had to make my list.
That's awesome. Yeah.
All right, it is time for our final bidding game, number 1.
When you look at my top 100, once it's all said and done, this game is ranked the highest out of all the bidding games that I have on there.
Ooh.
And I'm talking about War Room. Yes, it is a, kind of dudes on a map war game, but there's a crucial element where you bid oil for turn order. You are assigning all your hidden movements. You're writing down your hidden oil bid, and then whoever bids the most gets to go first. And that can be so important because you can move dudes in to pin other units down so they can't get out. to attack you where you think they might. And you also got to conserve your oil because it's used to build all of the cool all the cool units, like the boats and the tanks and planes and the things you're going to need to take said territories. So it's just a really neat way to do turn order, and it kind of just makes sense, right? Because you're turning that oil into gas and getting things to move faster to get them in there. And I love War Room, so any reason I get to talk about it, I'm going to take it because I think it deserves hype.
Dude, I totally forgot about the oil bid for turn order. Nice pick.
Yeah.
I want one of those little brooms that they had in that picture.
Oh, the pusher sticks? Yeah, I got it. They came with the deluxe version. I got that.
Sweet.
Yeah. because you literally have your units go in stacks, and the top have like these little like flags and numbers on it. So it's like, the 101st Airborne, things like that. And so as you write down your orders, and you can see all the territories have identifiers on them. So you're like 101st to N19, and then you would just use your push stick to push that onto that territory because the map is friggin' huge. So
these are deluxified chits, it looks like.
No, those bits are standard. The only thing deluxified in that picture are the sticks.
The brooms.
Yeah, sure.
You know what you don't have though, Bob?
What?
You don't have
time to play.
Oh, that's true.
Well, there's that. This huge sand timer.
I do have that.
It comes with the game?
Yeah, it came with it. With my copy.
Oh, nice try, Mike.
Yep.
All right. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Has anyone
people
played?
usually don't take that long, or it's like their first time, so I don't typically invoke it. If I was playing with people that knew how to play and we were being like super serious, I would totally invoke it. It's like a 5 or 10 minute sand timer.
Have any of you guys played Cyclades? I almost want to get the new version of it. I need to play this.
I have. I haven't played the new version, but I have the OG version.
I want to play that so bad. Bidding for action sounds fun.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I didn't put Cyclades on my list because I haven't played it in 10 years.
That's what
but I do own it. I got it. It's over there. Anyways, my number one. Sorry, Bob. You were so close. My number one's a Dudes on a Map game. But my number one also comes with a theme song. I
figured you had. It was on my short list.
Also,
Wiener.
Right now, like a legitimately amazing show for Game of Thrones on HBO, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is absolutely fantastic. I've read at least 2 of the novellas that this series is based on, and I am still like just enwrapped, enamored, just like I was with that very first couple of seasons of Game of Thrones.
I wish the episodes were longer.
10, 15 years ago. So to me, this is just like a wonderful throwback to that love that I had back in the day, back when it was good. But this board game, no matter how many times I play it, is always good. And the bidding on for the Iron Throne, the Raven, and
the sword.
The sword. They're all so important. And like when you do it and the timing of it is so crucial and nerve-wracking. And there's times where you got to let it go. Like, I don't need it. It's fine. But is it really fine? I don't know, man. This game is so good and always just come away with great stories. Kind of unlike when Mike is like taking glee in the suffering of these poor innocent creatures that have been caged up by your opponents. I just am taking glee in the suffering of my opponent's armies as I destroy them. Yeah.
Oh, taking glee in the suffrage of humans rather than animals.
Listen,
at least humans deserve it more than animals.
Animals are innocent.
That's right.
Animals are innocent. Humans got it coming, man. But yeah, man, just absolutely love the Game of Thrones board game. It's older, but it is a classic.
Too short.
I don't feel like it has aged poorly at all. You know, some of the older games can kind of age out, you know, and you're like, well, it feels more like board game homework now. I still think Game of Thrones is really solid and does
holds up.
Like it holds
it's
its
that
spot.
hidden plan and action. That is amazing. Like the bidding part's cool in this, But then, which is why I got kind of beat on my list, because yes, there is bidding in it. But to me, what really makes this game shine is the no. I'm just going to defend here. Oops, did I put an attack down? My bad.
Oh, you dick.
Oops, all attacks.
But so I had actually considered that because it's like just one little part of this game, but
yeah,
it can be crucial. Having that Iron Throne or the Valyrian Steel or the Messenger Raven.
Yeah, to change something, you're like, oh, I have the message. I'll just change that order. Thank you very much.
Right, I'm going to peek at your order, and now I'm going to change mine because now I know that you are the dirty dog I thought you were.
That's right.
So I just love this game. I love the theme. I love the vibe, and I've definitely been living in a little bit of a Game of Thrones world with that new Night of the Seven Kingdoms show out right now.
Yeah,
and because it's so good.
That's a great pick.
Episodes need to be longer.
Yeah,
that's a good thing though, because like that show's so good right now. Like I just cannot get enough. Like, and I know what's gonna happen. And I don't care. Like, I can't get enough. I'm in it.
Leaves you wanting more.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, my number one. I don't think anyone here has heard of it. Maybe it's a brand maybe new to you game. I don't know. It's called Cyclades.
Cyclades.
Oh wow!
It's brand new. I know you had Mike for a second. I know you had Mike for a second.
Like, how do you spell that?
Cyclades is my number one. It is incredible. It's like one of my favorite games, and it's like a area control game that plays fairly quick. Is fairly easy to teach.
Yep.
The new Legendary Edition, I think it introduced Heroes, if I'm not mistaken, because I remember playing the old one and I played the new one, and Heroes seemed to be a new thing. I think that edition is really cool. Also adds a new god that may or may not pop up. I mean, the production quality is amazing. There's tons of tension with this, and yeah, I mean, what's not to love about this game?
God, I gotta get Cyclades back to the table, or I mean, Cyclades back to the table because it's been a long time.
I thought for sure it was going to be by our buddy Noah Mage of Able after that.
Yeah, it's so new. This
has been on my radar for a long time. So, pardon my ignorance. What's the win condition on this? Is this a points or how?
Okay, sorry, not points. It's two full cities, I think.
You gotta, there's
territory control.
You gotta control to.
Okay.
You gotta be able to hold it.
It's like, I can't remember what they're called, but you've got the 4 different buildings that all do different things, and then once you get the 4, you swap them out for one big city, and that you have to hold that city. So when you've got one city and a few buildings, you kind of paint a huge target on your back, and people start kind of teaming up on you.
If they're smart.
Gotcha.
But it's fun.
I've had this new version on my wish list because territory control and bidding are just two of my favorite things. And again, I'm a huge fan of Skyrise, but you're basically bidding for the actions you want to take, right?
Yeah, and maybe I should talk about the bidding mechanism here, which I think is pretty unique. It's that you've got, let's say you've got 4 players, you've got 3 gods shown, and effectively, like, you can go, if you're the first player, you can bid on whichever one you want, but somebody can either outbid you or they can go on a different god, and if they outbid you, you immediately have to go and move your bid marker to another god. You can't outbid on the same god. So there's a lot of strategy with maybe I want to outbid Tim because Tim really wants the god that he's bid on. So Tim's going to try and knock me off later. If I want to go back to the god that I was just outbid on, maybe I'll go for Tim, and then Tim will go for Bob, and Bob will go for me, so that Tim goes back to where. Anyways, it's really interesting.
Yeah, I have to play this. I think I just need to add this to the collection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is. And the coins are hidden information too, which is interesting because you don't really know what people have to work with unless you're a card counter.
And it's
Try not
Bruno
to.
Cathala. I mean, what more do I need to hear? I'm going to get this game.
Yeah. It's totally up your alley.
Now it's, do I want to, try and get the legendary version? Probably not.
I think you should buy the Polish edition for $999.
It seems like a sweet deal.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Mike. Do you even like board games?
Enough. It's how do I go about getting that legendary? I wonder if Noble Knight has it for a respectable price. Probably not. But I'm gonna look for trade copies.
There you go.
Nicely done. All right. My number one, originally my number two. I think this is one of the more unique implementations of bidding that I have seen. And this uses dice as a bid by some Italians, and it's called Coimbra.
Oh, I thought you were going to say tumbling dice.
We're so close.
Coimbra is great. This is a co-design by Virginio Gigli, and he is one of the quote-unquote Italians that has been a co-design on Gollum, Alma Mater, Lorenzo, Grand Austria Hotel, and this game is great. So basically, Medici is a very good one as well. Another great Knizia game. But this one again is something unique from all the games that I've mentioned. So how this one works is you've got basically cards over on that's not a very good picture. Let me get a better picture. Sometimes finding the right picture. There we go. One player rolls all of the dice, and then you draft dice. You're going to draft 3 dice. And then you're going to take those dice and you're going to place them as bids on the left side of the board here. And some parts of the board, the lower numbers are going to get higher. Basically, those bids are higher. And in some spots, the higher numbers get preference. And then the higher numbers, in this case is the hires, the 6s over the 1s, are going to get first dibs on the cards over here, or the chits over here. And these chits are going to give you things like crowns, which change up the initiative or the player order. The rest of them are going to give you either immediate abilities, in-game scoring, or they are going to move you up these tracks over here. And so after you've drafted the dice, placed all the dice, taken those cards and resolved them, what's really clever is that those same dice, the colors then give you income based on how high you are up these tracks. So if I've got an orange 6 and I drop that down here, I'm going to get first dibs on any of these cards over here. I take that card, I resolve it. After all of those dice have been resolved and the cards have been resolved, my 6 is multiplied by how high I am up that orange track. And so I just love the multi-use dice. I just haven't seen a game that offers multi-use dice, and they're used as your bid for cards, and that color is used as a multiplier for income. Just one of the better games I've played in a while. I need to play it more. I finally got a copy. I think it's way ahead of its time as a 2018 release. But Coimbra is going to make my number one.
Well, there you go.
Such a tough time with some of the colors because I would love to play that game more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is your copy marked, Bob, or is there a way to mark this one so it's usable?
I haven't
for you?
marked it yet, but I'd be open to it.
I got mine super cheap. I'd mark this to play it again. I think it's really good.
Yeah. All right, we'll look into it.
You should look into that. It's a good idea.
I was actually watching a rules video to remember how the heck this one worked, because it's been a couple years since I played it, but it's just extremely good, and I need to give it more plays.
The bidding mechanics sound kind of cool in that, but I have to say Skyrise's hat game is stronger.
Oh shit.
Well, hey, it was my number one, so I called an audible because of Bob's pick. So I love that game.
Well, do we want to recap our lists then for everybody?
Yes,
Yep.
we do.
All righty. So my number 5 was Ra. It's just one Ra, technically Ra. My number 4 was Pinnacle. Number 3, Skyrise, stolen from Mike's number 1. My number 2 was Moneymaker, Shake It, Shake It. And number 1 was War Room.
Great list, except you didn't have Comic Hunters, Wine Cellar, For Sale, Nightmare Productions, or Game of Thrones on your list, Bob. Otherwise, it would have been perfect.
Gotcha.
For sale or for shame?
For shame.
Ooh, for shame.
Yeah, you only had 2 games on your list that were in
Shame.
Sad.
Little Game of Thrones for you.
Yeah, I love it.
My number 5 was Raw. My number 4, so stolen by Bob. They're stolen from Bob. My number 4 was Wine Cellar, stolen from Tim.
Yeah.
My number 3 was Skull. Number 2 was Big Top. You want some creepy clowns? And number 1 is Sick Ladies.
Nice.
Not sick ladies, but sick ladies.
Yeah, Sick Ladies.
Sick Ladies. I'll
Do it,
look
lady.
forward to that being your next published design.
All the sick ladies. All the
Yep.
sick ladies.
Oh God, I do not want to
Ladies go to
see.
the nice hospital, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not want to see Tim dance to that beat.
Listen,
All right,
you
my
don't want to see the outfit I'm wearing while I dance to that beat.
That's also fair. Okay, my number 5 is Stockpile. Number 4, QE. Number 3, Dungeon Pets. Number 2, Modern Art, and number 1, Coimbra.
Nice.
This is a topic I'd love to discuss, some honorable mentions, because there's a ton that hasn't been discussed that I'd love to add.
Oh,
Go
sure.
ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So real quick, I was browsing the category, and they had some games in there that I don't know how the heck they have those games in there. So they had Abyss listed as a bidding game. What are you bidding on in Abyss? Nothing.
I don't
Are you
get that
bidding,
either.
Well, no, because I think it's because it's bidding, auction / bidding. And you have to decide if you want to buy those cards that are getting revealed. What
is that really an auction too, though? I mean, because you can only get a chance to outbid anybody. It's just like, do you want it? No. Do you? Because as soon as somebody says yes, it's theirs. So it's not like I mean,
it's kind of but that's more of an auction than a bidding mechanic, right? I don't
even consider that really an auction, though. I mean,
I kind of do.
You don't have a chance to outbid anybody or to auction anybody,
right? Well, you do though.
No, you don't.
That's why I think it's an auction mechanic versus a bidding mechanic.
I think it's a very so I love Abyss.
Yeah, me too.
It's like a straight deck building game. I feel like they're trying to check a few more boxes to get more people.
That's kind of how I feel. Like, it's like a stretch. So they're doing somebody's over there doing some yoga, go down in a warrior pose, and then they add that ability to the game. Because I would have loved to have put that on my list, but I couldn't.
Sure. I don't see it either. And Reed, you mentioned this one, and I totally forgot. Art Society is another one, and I was thinking High Society because I was on a Knizia kick. But that's that one from Mighty Boards where you're literally just bidding on art and trying to like place it to fit it onto a wall. Mm-hmm. I have that one unplayed. Have you played that?
So no, I actually bought it for a friend who's super into art, and we haven't played it yet. But I think that's the one that I heard was kind of like Masterpiece, and I haven't fact checked that yet.
Okay. Yeah, I picked that up last year, and I have not played that one yet. I need to check that one out.
You got any more honorable mentions there, Bobby?
Well, you guys all hit on a few of them, but the other one was Tammany Hall. It's got some bidding in it, right? Where you bid for the mayorship and whatnot. But
I thought about putting Tammany Hall in, but I wasn't. I mean, it's kind of like
so
Comic
long
Hunters.
I played, I couldn't really remember.
Well, it's why Comic Hunters was my number 5, is because it's got like the least amount of bidding in it. Like it's a very small part of the game, and Tammany Hall, like, kind of for the same reason. It's once, little part of that game, but
Tim had it on his list, Wayne.
Which one?
If he
for sale. Yeah, absolutely.
That was, I was going to cram it in if Tim didn't mention it.
I mean, I had to. I love For Sale. So great. Much. Some of my honorable mentions would have been Raw, because but obviously the other guys talked about it. QE was way up there. Moneymaker was up there. I'll also say Nidavellir.
Good
pick. Is a really fun bidding game. Nidavellir is like a game I don't own, and every time I think about it or I'm playing it, I'm like, why don't I own this damn game? Because
trade it to you.
Yeah, it's good. I'll trade you your Dwellings of Eldervale for it.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, boy. And then
I have an Instinct expansion for it, so we can talk.
Okay. I also, like, honestly, if we hadn't said, hey, we're not going to do any of Reed's games on the list, I'd put Catnip Auction House on there because it's super fun and it's really cute. Mm-hmm. And my family gets a lot of joy out of playing that game. So don't tell Reed, because I don't want his ego to expand.
Yeah.
But
Baka.
But yeah. Yeah, Catnip Auction House. Super fun. We are cat people. I mean, we're animal people in my house.
Mostly because stand cats.
Mostly because I'm an animal, right? As you're holding one. And yeah, I mean, I got a cat that we feed in my warehouse at work. I had a cat we fed at my old work. We've got 3 cats. But yeah, man, good times, good stuff. So we got to at least mention it. I know it got talked about earlier, but I mean, it would have been worthy on being on the list.
Awesome. Glad to hear it.
But yeah, those are my honorables.
Yeah.
Reed, you got any that didn't make the list?
Yeah, I got a few. Comic Hunters, again, I think was very close to being my number 5. I really, really enjoy that. I've gotten out a bunch of times. I've played it a bunch of times, but the rules are so convoluted that I kind of forgot that it was an auction bidding game. But Dune was on there.
Oh, Dune.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of things about it. I don't remember it being a bidding game, but maybe I've played it a lot.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, there's bidding. Your bidding spice.
Yeah. And one that probably would have made my list is Abyss if it was actually a bidding game.
Yeah. No,
sorry.
Weird.
It can be if you want.
Agreed.
Well, it's just like Coaster Park or Roller Coaster Rush. Could have been on my list if they were good.
Saucy Tim.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, Saucy Tim's out. My bad.
All right, I got a few here because I just love this mechanic. I left out Container, probably because I just talked about it in our top 100. It's one of my favorite games with an auction. You're bidding on containers, and you've got a secret objective card, and the different colors of containers will score differently than other people's. And the fact that you're producing them and buying them from other players and then setting the price, you kind of create your own economy in the game. And it's just an experience unlike any other game I know. Basic game, but Raccoon Tycoon I still think is a lot of fun.
Dude,
it's a very
that's a good one, Mike. I literally
it's a really standard auction, but it's fun and it's a really approachable theme. I mean, you're just trying to bid on different ability tiles, or you're trying to bid on sets that score you points. but it works really well. I think
I
it's
don't care.
great.
I love anthropomorphic animals. I ain't mad.
Yeah. Right. Raccoon Tycoon, I think, is a lot of fun. I still haven't touched my copy of Lizard Wizard, but one of these days. I've talked about Archipelago before. There's a lot of mashed up mechanics for this old game, and one of them is bidding on special player power cards. Biblios used to be one of my favorite fillers. You're basically trying to build like a library of books, so you're drafting cards. My first mechanic I love is that if there's 4 players, you're going to take 1 card for you, 1 card for the other 3 players, and then 1 card goes into the auction. But you have to choose each card one at a time, so you don't just get to look at 5 cards and then make your decision. You pick up one and go, do I want to keep this? No, this card sucks. Let me put this for the other players. And those go face up, and then the other guys draft them in player order. But the cards that go in the auction, you get gold cards, and you get to just buy those with gold cards that you've got in your hand. That used to be one of my favorite fillers. Lunar Rush has a bidding phase, which determines which ship you get to take and how quickly you're going to get up to the moon to ship your goods. Rival Restaurants is a really fun trading game, and you are bidding on which cards you're going to take off the main board. And then last one is a really old out of print game called Santiago, where you get to bid on different tiles, but you have to irrigate these farms that produce resources. If you're the highest bidder, you get your choice of the resource. If you're the lowest bidder, you get to determine which tiles get irrigated and produce the most resources, and people can bribe you on where to put the irrigation links. So, yeah,
Chinatown, Jack.
Yeah, I got all kinds of fun ones, but I love this mechanic, so I had a ton to choose from.
Nope, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had never covered this topic before, and with Reed having 2 different bidding games, I suggested it. And Reed, I'm really glad that you rolled with this one. It's I've said it many times, it's one of my favorite types of mechanics in games.
The only thing better than the suggestion, Mike, was our guest. Reed, it's always a pleasure to hang out with you, buddy. We really appreciate you. You know we love you. We're big fans. We're cheerleading for you. So hopefully everybody that is watching this has gone out and at least put eyeballs on Dracula is Dead. And stay tuned for the sequel that I pitched earlier, because I mean, I'm telling you, you think Dracula is Dead's good. My version is not. But we want Dracula is Dead to happen so that I can continue to talk about my horrible version of Reed's really good game. So
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit there, Tim. I think Dracula is Undead will be magical.
Well, I might have peeked at the title. Let's be real. But anyways, Reed, thank you, man. Really think I know, like, when people have Kickstarters going on, it's hard to like be able to relax, unwind, have a good time, you know, because you're really, you know, you want to succeed, you want to be paying attention. So thanks for coming on and doing this with us and kicking back.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a good time, and love me some bidding games. So happy you suggested this, Mike.
Yeah, Mike nailed it.
Well,
Mike nailed the topic.
I'm a little bummed you didn't go with the top 5 games with Assassins, but you know,
yeah,
this is a good second place.
That's next time.
Come back, right, Bob?
What's that?
I gotta come back.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You gotta leave a lot more.
Oh, so Reed, actually, real quick before we truly sign off, funny stories. So I was at a game weekend last weekend with some friends. Well, I shouldn't call it a game weekend.
You shouldn't call them friends.
Well, yeah, I shouldn't. They don't call me friend, but I call them friends. No, we used to, before I started doing like Gen Con and everything, because it takes too much time. I would go to Chicago every year with a group of friends for Comic-Con, Wizard World. Now it's called like Fan Expo or whatever. But we used to go every year and get a hotel room and party and have a great time, blah, blah, blah. Well, now I can't go to Comic-Con anymore because I do Gen Con, and it's just too many time commitments within like 2 weeks of each other. And so what they kind of decided to do was we get this Airbnb that's like at an alpaca farm, and we hang out for 2 days and we play games and we drink and BS. Well, this year I brought tumbling dice.
Ooh.
And I had to tell the story because people are like, well, what do you do? You know, like, do I knock his off? And I'm like, okay, hold on. My friend Reed, who is the sweetest dude that you hang out with, this guy. He's so cool. Like, he's real nice. He's quiet, you know, he's funny. But then we play tumbling dice and the assassin comes out and he just blasts people and then giggles as he walks away. Like, he's the evilest tumbling dice player. Like, I was regaling people with tales of the Canadian assassin all weekend. And I'm just really glad that you are part of the core memory attached to one of my all-time favorite games.
And we're sorry you're not allowed back into the States.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
Wait, are you that Reed, the AKA Canadian assassin?
Yes.
I don't lead with that when I go over the border.
Yeah,
Oh, you
that's
don't?
probably
Okay.
smart.
You're going to cross the border. Yeah, on your passport, it says AKA.
AKA. Yeah, if your passport says AKA, maybe you shouldn't try to travel. But yeah, Reed, thanks so much, man. We talk about you all the time.
For sure.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you guys got anything else before we get out of here?
Or you'll be at Origins for sure. Will you be at Gen Con?
I'm not sure yet.
TBD.
TBD.
That's
I
okay.
gotta look at that. I gotta look at Q's Con again because I want to go back. Didn't work out last time. I'm actually going to Milwaukee next week.
Okay.
I want to play some Star Wars.
Nice.
Star Wars.
Oh shit!
Championships with me.
Nice.
Hell
No,
yeah!
that's okay. Personally, I enjoy Origins. That's my favorite con.
Yeah, I agree.
I love that I can actually play games there, and there's plenty of space for it.
Yeah.
We'll definitely look forward to seeing you there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It'll be a good time. Cannot wait to bother the shit out of you until you come play games with us.
That's right. We
in a
want to
couple
play your
months.
newest version of Room Beast, and we'll play some Skyrise.
And we're gonna play some Dracula's Dead. I don't care if we got to play the Sharpie version.
Oh no, I'll have a nice version by then.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's frickin' go. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support the show, we do have a Patreon. You can go over there. You get access to some content that we hide behind a paywall because we got to make it special for our Patreon donors. Also, obviously, we have the live stream. We have reviews, all kinds of content that we're putting out all the time.
Yep.
Please check out Reed. We are in the middle of the top 100, and I love it. Top 100 time is like so exciting. I geek out over it because we're just talking about great games.
And unlike last year, we're actually getting through it.
Yeah, well, also true. And because Mike had the idea that we just do 100 instead of 50. So, Mike, you're 2 for 2 tonight on ideas.
Wait, go ahead, Mike. You're in the right spot.
Hey.
Do it.
Do it, Mike.
Yeah.
Do it,
We
ladies.
just dropped 40 to 31. Friday, we'll get through 30 to 21.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, all that being said, thank you so much for watching and being part of the show. For the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim.
Bob.
Mike.
There it is.
Reed.
Yes.
I got
Mike
myself out of order.
Mike went so slow that Reed's like, what,
Reed's like, was I
Me?
No, Reed. That wasn't your cue. That was Mike's.
All right, guys.
Yes.
Love y'all. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye now.
Do you like to party?
I do like to party.
I also like to party.
I like to party.
A 7.3.
This is a great party.
Repeating.
We should party more often.
Heating.
I do like to
Heating.
Okay.
I also like to party. I also like to party.
I like to party. I like to party.
We should party more often.
Okay.
This is a great party.
Okay.